Angeles.
Hi.
Other action figures each sold separately. From
Record the purr.
Jenny, get the door. It must be Cousin Willie. Okay. Hi. What's up?
Ah, there we go. Something chill to watch. The following video is rated R and is intended for an adult audience. So if you're under 18, take a fucking hike, eh? As this video may contain adult themes and situations, strong language and opinions, good and bad advice, cannabis cultivation and consumption. So as long as you're a responsible adult, kick back, spark one up, and enjoy the show.
August blends and Queen works only occasionally.
Oops. There we go. Hello. Anna. Come here. Come here quickly before we light anything up. Come say hi. Oh God, you're a big boy. Can a cat. Hi, everybody.
My attention waiting that whole time.
Look at this big old loaf.
I forgot that she likes these pants.
Anna is so compliant. He is such a good boy. He's a good cuddler. He'll take most any positions as long as he's actually supported. Good cuddler, good scrubber. Very warm. when you need him to be your buddy, he's your buddy. Okay. How y'all doing today? Sorry for the late start. No big deal. Just 5 minutes late. We're all good. Nice glasses. Why, thank you. Coffee. This is the Intenso. Ooh, that's hard on my neck. Lifting my hands up that high like this. That's hard on the shoulders. Uh-oh. You got a little smudge. I'm not trying to point it out, but
I was trying not to. It's a makeup smudge.
nope, it's all right. White shirts, man. That's why I don't own many of those things.
Likes the way this one felt.
I'm kind of a slob, so. Okay, so, I kinda, can you save that for later, and can we kind of roll a new joint for now? We'll just, I'll tell you what, I won't put any shatter in it. I was gonna put some shatter in a joint, and I kind of want to roll a joint. I never fucking smoke joints, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to.
Joints kick my butt right now, so I'm happy with the joint still.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be kind of fun to do something a little different. Good scissors. There is. I got something I want to talk about after. I don't use that thing. That's a you thing. So here we got a grinder with a bit of weed in the bottom still. Okay, I'll just take a couple. We got some here. I'll just take like 2 little nugs more. There's already weed sitting on this thing from the last joint you rolled, so it's good enough. Now, we don't smoke much weed in this house. We're pretty dabby people. However, Bunny has been abstinent on a basically a tolerance break for like fucking 7, almost 8 months.
Yeah, I was pretty good at rolling a joint, and I probably would if I actually practiced continuously.
These fucking things. You guys ever roll with these? These glass papers? Bunny likes them a lot. I'm not a big fan, but I'm getting better at rolling them. They're fucking hard to roll.
They are a bit different.
So as an old school zigzag man, I got the zigzag man tattooed even. Look at that. But, yeah, I kind of give it that little fold like I'm familiar with, right? And then we stuff in the weed. I want to keep rolling a joint like every 6 months or so just to keep my frickin' muscle memory alive for it, because I still want to be able to roll joints once in a while. I don't really.
I've had a good couple upstairs. Tiny joint start.
Yeah. She'll have like one dab and it'll knock her out practically, right? So she's still like...
Good for a couple hours.
Yeah, so she's still having very small dabs and... Oh no, this isn't expired. This was a prepaid card, and it's old. It's well used up. Don't worry. Trust me, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for the concern, though, John. Hey, John, can you do me a favor though? I would like one favor from you. Can you message me on not Facebook, on on Discord, the name of that other application you were telling me to look out for? You said there was a new hacking application I should look out for. Can you message me that, please? I forgot the name already. I meant to write it down and I didn't. And then this stuff is like a weird plastic, so you just lick it and it fucking sticks to itself like glue. Cellulose, yeah, it's something to do. It's like plant-made paper, but it's like a plastic.
Reminds me of dabs and the fact that it takes out some of that burnt matter.
Yeah,
you're still smoking the plant.
I'm not a big fan of these things. However, I will say this. These taste cleaner. You do not taste paper with these friggin' things.
Paper took up all the flavor after I stopped smoking.
My fucking camera sucks. I hate this. This is a fucking $350 camera, 4K camera. It's supposed to be the best autofocus and all this kind of shit. It fucking sucks, man. Stay away from the Broyo 4K. That thing is not as good as it claims. There's got to be better options on the market than the fucking Broyo.
Okay, well, I like the other one.
But it sucks. It's gonna make my office stink. I noticed it for a couple hours after you smoke a joint. I've got a good carbon filter in here. It's actually, I say that, but the reality is that new filter I got is doing really good jobs of keeping the smells downstairs here. For like anything.
That's
smoking.
why I don't like the plastic.
Hmm?
It makes it canoe.
Oh, the torch?
Yes.
Canoeing is usually a rolling issue. It's uneven packing. That's why you sort of like squeeze it and give it a rub down, a little massage down at the end to try to even everything out. Pockets of air,
like that,
pockets of air, and
It's dab time, motherfucking dab time, dab time. Time to take a fucking dab break.
Discord, sir. Yeah, somewhere on the Discord, please. Woo! Biddies there from Time is Precious. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoa, that's not good. Okay, I'll be very careful with that from now on. Okay, I gotta take these damn glasses off. These big, stupid, silly glasses are driving me crazy. I can't see anything and I'm feeling clumsy with them. Ah, there we go. That's surprisingly clearer. Mm. Ah. Mm. Yeah, I miss the casualness of smoking a joint, passing it back and forth, the time it takes, the fact that it does get you stoned, and it does. As somebody who doesn't smoke joints anymore, it fucking gets me high in a different way.
I was saying before I stopped. Still notice it.
Yep.
I can now
It's
understand.
because of all the carcinogens and fucking plant matter we're smoking. We're getting head rushes as well from all the fucking carbon we're smoking. That's part of it.
But it makes sense now. I remember it not making sense when I was a superbly high tolerance of how the first Snoop Dogg was on a daily basis.
You're talking about Wiz Khalifa out smoking Snoop. Now, was it dabs that he was doing? I can out dab Snoop. I bet. I might not be able to out joint him. Oh shit. Let's just count this as one each. We'll consider it as a dab, a single thing here. But what on main chat? Oh, whoa, shit, I missed something there. Hold on a second. I hope those seedlings are going better this time. Humidity dome, sprout. So what I think has happened is I think I watered them too much. I think they were just too wet. I think the fact that cocoa holds on to water so well, and I'm used to soil like draining quickly, I think I overdid it with the watering. That's the only thing I can think of is they got that dampening off root disease thing that happens when it's too wet. That's the only thing I can think of. I messaged the company. I got kind of a snarky response, so I don't know if I'm getting seeds back from them or not. I got kind of a bit of attitude when I told them what happened. Oh well. I guess that's potentially what happened. So I'll just I do not have the water, the main water system running. It's there, but it's not turned on. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm gonna start it off with 2 watt when I do turn it on. Once they've actually made it out of the soil a little bit. Yeah, it was a good joint. Thank you. Once they do make it out of the soil. Also, the back 2 Oreos might have made it. They might be like a week stunted. I don't know if they're going to grow properly, but it looks like they might be surviving. It looks like they powered through it. It took them a week to sort of get their footing, but I think those little pods are starting to open up now. It's a week old. They've been in there for a fucking solid week and a couple days, and they're just opening up now, their first round leaves. So, fuck, that's supposed to be like a day 3, not day 10. So that's definitely a bit behind, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh shit! Wait a second. Why is my monitor so dark there? Sorry, give me a second here. What? In fucking error. What? What the fuck is that? It just said error when I went into my desktop. But error on the this side. There we go. I don't know. This is a weird TV. Really expensive TV. I got it at a grad sale for $20 fucking dollars, and it is a nice TV, man. It really is. I looked it up. They were worth a lot of money. Like a lot of money. It was some weird company I'd never heard of, but it's a pretty big company. Vector or something. Are you gonna give autos in the greenhouse next season? Well, that's a big, gigantic maybe. The reality is, we might have to sell the greenhouse. Number one, this property we're trying to get. We're doing everything. I'm selling. I got a lot of shit up on eBay right now for sale. There's more going for sale. We're trying to shuffle some finances around and potentially borrow 10 grand from someone. Long story. Anyway, we're just shy of a proper offer on this house. We're trying to get it before by the new year or whatever, but rates and stuff are depending, so we'll see. But if we get this new place, if we finally do get this place, it's got a pretty small backyard, and a greenhouse would take up most of it. And we need literally every fucking penny that we can get towards the down payment so that we can make this more of a possibility. So if I can get $1,000 for my greenhouse right now, plus we have to move, so we have to move it off the property. So if I can get $1,000 for the greenhouse and somebody else comes here and takes it away and it's not my problem anymore, I think I'm gonna do it. Actually, I'm selling it to my aunt. She wants a greenhouse really bad, and I talked to her about it kind of jokingly and like, I should sell you my greenhouse. And then she was like, well, maybe. So anyway, the greenhouse might get sold. However, regardless of that, which I'm not very happy about, but I got to make money. I have to pull money out of everything. I have to sell anything and everything I possibly can to make some more money in the now until then. Like I say, I will still grow them outdoors. I'll still do outdoor plants, and I'll do some autos outside. Autos do fine outside. And it depends on the situation with the new yard. I might even build like a new small greenhouse, like enough for like one big plant or a good spot to start seedlings in the spring, this kind of thing. I might do something like that in the new place, depending. It's all up in the air and we just don't fucking know. So I want to show you something Bunny found I want to show a couple of things. Number one, y'all have seen the Dab B. You know the Dab B. I got a lot of Dab B stuff. It all started with this weird tattoo long time ago for misspelling this kid's tattoo. Long story. Anyway, we got a couple of these things. I handed them all out. I got 10 of them made, and I sent 9 of them out, and I kept one for myself because it's freaking adorable. There's a lot. Bunny handmade a little derpy bee. Look at this. This one's freaking super awesome. Like a little bee tube. I love it. And then just the other day at a dollar store, she says, hey, look at this. It looks like the bee. And it looks a lot like the bee. Look at this thing. Got derpy eyes, right? But look at this. Its mouth, are those nose piercings? Why the fuck does it have antennae? I think maybe the smile was supposed to be here, and somebody painted the smile on the wrong spot. But it looks like he's got boogers or like whiskers or something. So I can see, if I pull it just a little bit, I can see the yellow. There we go. I don't mind if he has a little nostril. He has a little nostril there, but let's get rid of those things. There, I gotta be really careful because I don't want to fuck up the integrity, but I'm not gonna squish on it too much now because I've cut some of the integrity and I don't want it to fucking burst and go splat everywhere, but there we go anyway. That looks a lot better. A little derpy stress bee for the frickin' just live up here with the rest of them. Anyway, yeah, we got a couple of little derpy bees for sure. Hi, Canna. Under my feet, Mr. Cat. I'm very curious to see what supplemental light can do. Yeah, no kidding. Much love from Pennsylvania. Cheers, cheers.
I totally forgot about the little...
The meeples, or whatever we call them.
Yeah.
Here, I'll come in and bomb them all. What are they doing right now? Just walking around? Yeah, let's give everybody a big bombing. There we go. Just bust things up a little bit. Okay, I want to dab now. The fuck are those things? Oh, there's these little things on the... Like, what the fuck are those? The little stupid antenna things that just cut off that bee's face. What'd you have a dab of? The flap? Good, because I almost smoked it all. I kind of tried to leave it a little bit. I don't know what it was. I can't remember. But it's good. Yeah, our fucking landlords are putting our house for sale up right now. Like, we were under the impression that we had till spring until they were going to post the fucking for sale sign. But they're putting the for sale sign up right now, which might end up, we don't know, but it might end up leading in us having to leave in the early spring before we can move into the new place, assuming we get it. Because that won't be till summer. Which also means, for the most part, next year's grows are pretty much off for the outdoor grows. We can maybe we might grow a couple of tomatoes just so we can, you know, like a half dozen or something like that, a six pack or something in pots, because we're not going to be here long enough to be able to harvest anything out of the soil. So next year we're pretty much not even going to bother with the garden because they're selling the house on us. So it's not really going to be our garden anymore. So we're not going to put any sweat and tears into it in the spring, which sucks because we put a lot of sweat and a lot of tears into that garden so far. Spent a lot of time out there, and that's what kind of sucks too. Is we've done a lot of good things to this property. We've like fixed some things and made it better in a lot of ways and made it more appealing, and now they're going to sell it on our appeal value, trying to hide all the fucking horror shows like that caving in wall. And yeah, we got to clean out this basement so that potential buyers can see that the wall's crumbling in the basement. The wall's caving in. We got cement, bad cement that is crumbling and caving in parts of the basement. The prize made it through customs. Nice. Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, like, you'd be surprised how many things just don't make it. I'll tell you one of the sneakiest, easiest ways to do it. If you're trying to send someone some seeds that maybe they shouldn't get across a certain border. This is not a suggestion. This is merely what I've seen other people do. Don't do this at home, kids. This is just for science. This is just what I've heard other people doing. They buy dollar store toys and just slip it in the toy and then send somebody a small package. That's an easy way to do it. Or at least what criminals do. Don't listen to that. Bad advice. Oh.
Yeah.
Anna coughs, or when I cough, he yells at me. He hates it when I cough. He gets all, I don't know if he's concerned, or it scares him, or he doesn't like the sound, the pitch or something, but he yowls at me when I cough, if I'm near him. It's kind of weird. Eric says, I hope everything works out for you guys. Me too. It's been the worst part of all of it right now is this giant looming unknown. Is just being in this position where we don't know that we can afford the house. We're waiting on rates to frickin' drop so our maximum can go up so that we can potentially offer her like $15K less than she's asking so that we might be able to get. I know she's already giving us a really good deal and I still have to lowball her and that feels bad, but we can only afford so much. So we're going to try to do what we can. But just this, we're in this position where we don't know when the house is going to be sold. So we don't know when we have to be out. We might be okay until then. We might not be. The house might take a year to sell. It might sell right away. We just don't know. There's so many unknowns and we don't have anything concrete or lined up. And it's fucking scary, man. It's scary having this much like home and animals and stuff and just not knowing what we're going to do in the next, where we're going to be in 6 months from now. I just don't know. And there's a very unfortunate possibilities that, excuse me, it's a very unfortunate possibility that that we might be fucking out in the middle of the cold winter if that's just the way it happens, you know. There's a lot of ways they say, oh yeah, well they got to give you 4 months to move and all that stuff. Well, not always. If they want in right fucking now, they can pay you to move out. There's a sort of a, they have to pay you for 4 months rent up front right now, and then out you go. So if they want us out, they can get us out, and that'd be middle of winter, and that'd be fucking terrible, man. That could be really bad. And we just don't know. There's a possibility that the landlords sell it to someone new that only wants it as an investment property, that wants to fix it slowly and then sell it for a higher bid when the market is in a better spot. So they might just let us rent for the next couple of years still. We don't know. But trust us, we're doing everything in our fucking power to get the fuck out of here as soon as we can. If this new place works out, we're gone. Oh, it was you fighting your YouTube fighting your Twitch character, Jaywin? I've gotten seeds sewn into a shirt tag back in the 2000s. That's not a bad idea. You know what I have seen people do is take just a piece of corrugated cardboard as a piece of backing for whatever they send, like some stickers and whatever, and a piece of cardboard to keep it rigid. But corrugated cardboard has got like this in it, and you can just push some seeds into the holes. I've heard people do that. That's pretty smart. It would look weird on the, it would look a little, it would potentially look funny on a radar if they really scanned it. But and be careful. Another thing that I found out the hard way is be careful sending actual like normal seeds even. I tried sending someone in Australia a pack of seeds with a whole bunch of assorted like cheap herb seeds. Just like, you know, oregano, basil, fuck, I don't know, sage, this, that, and the other, whatever. Like a 5-6 pack of like just some cheap seeds. And some fucking beans in there as well. And it got held up at the border because there's big laws about importing certain types of plants, and seeds are somewhat controlled in certain countries a little bit. So that was kind of a bad idea. So be careful, don't do that. That's not as good of an idea as it sounds. Some countries won't let it in just because it's seeds, period. It has nothing to do with, if they see seeds, they're just like, no, we're not allowed to import out of the country seeds. Hey, Canna. What's going on, buddy? As a little kitten, he used to sit up on the back of my chair like this a whole bunch, and he's been reverting back to some kitten-like behaviors lately. He's done some things that he hasn't done since he was little. Like this, for one. Sitting on the back of my chair thing. He does this once in a while, but he's been doing it a lot lately. It was definitely a good little I don't know what to say, man. I'm fucking stoned.
I'm only 2 dabs deep, and like 1 dab deep in that joint, man. Where you going, Canna? Adjusting. Feel the whole thing fucking rocking around when he. Yeah. So, if you guys haven't seen my Friday episode, hey buddy, if you haven't seen my Friday episode, Canna? 3? 2? 3? 3. Been here about 5 years, and we got him at the second year. Yeah, those seeds I planted a whole bunch of Oreo seeds, and I think they're all fucking. And it's such a fucking bummer. I was so looking forward to like using an Oreo cookie for my thumbnail for the next 6 months. 4 months, whatever, pardon. But still.
It's dab time, motherfucking dab time, time to take a fucking dab break.
Okay, but I'm not smoking this. That's heavy, man. That's supposed to be a... See, this is what's weird, is that was really good. That was supposed to be a super lemon haze. That didn't taste very lemony or hazy at all. I'm getting a far more... That knocks me the fuck out. I'm getting way more of an indica sensation, body fucking buzz from that fucking thing. I like it. Tastes pretty good. But it doesn't taste lemony at all from what it should be. Now, it is possible, straight up possible, that is just a weird pheno that is still within the autoflower thing. It is rare. People... I'm no expert breeder. I shouldn't have fucking much to say. I'm just a fucking lowly grower. But a lot of autoflower breeders are getting what I would like to call lazy and producing some unstabilized genetics and allowing unstabilized genetics to go out in the wild too often. And I find autoflowers, when you're paying fucking $25 a bean for your fucking seeds, you buy 3 seeds for $70 fucking dollars, man. Those things better be fucking perfect. They better be tested, tried, and true, and fucking, 99% germination rate. They should be fucking good. There shouldn't be random phenos popping up in that shit. That should be stabilized. For fucking $30 a goddamn bean, are you kidding me? And it's not. It's not even close to stabilized. I've heard a lot of mixed results. I've had a lot of people posting on my video about that, saying they did the same thing. They bought those Oreo cookies, none of them fucking came up, man. Waste of $70, $80. 3 fucking beans for $80 plus tax, 70 something. They give you 2 extra, so you get 5 beans for that price, but that's what you're paying for, and that's fucking crazy. I was thinking about building a simple greenhouse on my balcony to put my grow tent in there during the winter. No space inside. That's a stupid idea. You will struggle with heat. I got a couple of options for you. Make sure if you're doing the greenhouse that it's sealed enough that you can actually heat it and it will kind of somewhat hold it. Number 2, buy a Gorilla Grow tent. Those things are thick, ladies, and they got padding and insulation on their bottoms and their tops, so they're actually slightly insulated. And or get yourself some shipping blankets, and those padded shipping blankets. They're like blue padded quilted things, something like that, and drape your tent in that as well. I've done that in the garage, and I put heating blankets on my tent or under my tent. I put a little heating blanket pad under my tent so that it would like radiate a bit of heat. It's hard to grow in the cold, man. They don't like cold. Depends where you live. grow tents are amazing. I have a 2x4 grow tent. I've got a 5x5 shorty and a 4x4 shorty, both by Gorilla, and they fucking rule. They're the only tents I will not sell. I've sold all of my tents. Every tent that I've ever had, I've used it, I've sold it, I got it out of the way, and I bought a new one, or I got something smaller and changed it. They're the only ones I won't sell. I'll keep those forever. They are fucking monsters. Plus, I got extension kits for both of them. Both of my Gorilla, they are shorties, but I've got 2-foot extension kits for both of them so they can become normalies. They still got a short door. It's weird. You got to go into this little tiny door still. It's only like a 3-foot door, a little cubby hole to get in. But once you're in there, you can stand up now in my shorties. But I won't get rid of them. And fun fact, the frame in my Friday night gardening show, the white frame that holds up my lights, that's my Gorilla Shorty 5x5 frame. Because it fits in my basement. A normal 5x5 frame is too tall for my basement. Because I have a weird, stupid basement because I hate this house. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard, man. They don't like the cold. They don't do well with the cold at all. They really, really struggle. But if you got good stuff, you can heat them a little bit easier. You can get little tiny ceramic space heaters and stuff for in there. There's things you can do, but you're talking a lot of power and a lot of pain in the ass to make it frickin' work properly. Get a smaller tent. Get a fucking 3.5 or 2.5 by 2.5, or just a little 3x3, and stuff it in a corner of your house and convince your wife to just let you have that one little corner, and then you can back stuff up to it or hang stuff off of it on the outside, whatever you got to do, hide in a closet or something. But yeah, you're a million times better off trying to grow it in a smaller one in the corner of your house than trying to heat an outdoor thing. Again, depending where you live. You live in fucking Florida, you might be okay. You know, you might do just fine. So it really depends where you live. I bought a 5x5 Spider Farmer tent. Wanted a Gorilla tent, but it is twice as expensive. Gorillas are very expensive. I will state that. They are, but they're the Cadillacs of grow tents. They are beautiful and they are worth the money. They are hardy units. They are very, very well built, out of good materials. I fucking love me a good old Gorilla grow tent. They are pretty much my favorite grow tent. And woo, thank you, sir. And the only reason that on my tent rating guide that I gave Mars a better rating, or no, it was Vivo Sun, wasn't it? Vivo Sun was my fucking top rate, is because bang for your buck, they're so fucking cheap, man. Vivo Sun tents are so fucking cheap, and they work. They're okay. I mean, if you just need a tent, man, they fucking work fine. I've always stated two things, okay? If you're ever going to spend money on cannabis, if you have a limited budget and you're looking to where's the best method, where to spend my money, there's two places you need to spend your money on: genetics and lighting. Everything else can be Mickey Moused. You can buy cheaper options. You can scrimp, save, borrow, DIY, everything else on the list. Not even joking. Nothing else matters. Light and genetics. Get good seeds and get a good fucking light. Spend your money there. You will not regret it. It's the best fucking advice I can give any new grower that's looking to fucking start setting up anything. Or any old grower. What was that, honey? there any more of this left? Is it inside now?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I see it. It's just so small. So small. Cheers. Oh, it was the. It was just the TV creaking or something. Oh, that one really hurt my nose.
I'm building an open building and using my old tent as the driver.
I've got a 5x5 tent I use as a drying room and I love it. It's good to have some control on it. You can stick a humidifier in there or a dehumidifier in there and have exit and then have a carbon filter on the exit. I have a pipe coming out into my inline fan that goes into a carbon filter. So it's sucking air out of the tent and pushing it through a carbon filter, which is the opposite. Generally, most people I think most people would prefer to put carbon filters on the inside of the space and use that as the filter to suck the air through the carbon filter and then out the hoses. Whereas I'm kind of doing the reverse with that one, but they both have their merits, I suppose. I don't know. Holy fuck. Oh yeah, that was a big one. Woo! Yeah, pH pens get up there. That's into the you really should have. You don't need it. People have fucking grown pretty damn good weed off of fucking hose water for a very long time. And that's just whatever the random pH of your town is, which is generally not 6.1, usually about 7. But that's the joy of soil. Soil has this organic way of balancing the pH a little bit. It does. Organics are awesome. I live in Italy, but quite up in the mountains, and winters can be cold indeed. Beautiful. That'd be fucking awesome. Do you think autoflower would be more cold tolerant due to their origins? That's a really good question, and I honestly don't know how to say yes or no. You're not... I mean, what you're saying makes sense, because they are from a Siberian... You are correct. Its origins, that 10% ruderalis is a fucking, like, Arctic plant. So you're right. That's a good try. I bet you autoflowers might have a bit better of a fighting chance in the cold. I mean, you can see, if depending on the strains, but certain strains are noted to be more cold resistant than others. There are certain strains that are a bit more northern strains, which generally means, to my knowledge, shorter flower period times and a little more cold resistant stuff like that. Because that's what we need to find here for growing outdoors. I either got to grow autos or I got to find something that is a fast flowerer. Because by the time my shit doesn't flip into flower until like September, and 2 months flower is just kind of not enough. So we're talking all of September, all of October, and then trying to get into November without snow or a frost? Are you fucking kidding me? I live in the fucking mountains. I live in the Rocky Mountains. There's no fucking way. We're getting frost, man. So we got to have something fucking, something fast, man. Here in British Columbia, woo, BC baby. We have the best, cleanest water anywhere in the world. I don't know about that, man. I live in the city and I got lots of chlorine in my water. We got some of the best bud in the world, that's for sure. Our BC bud is world renowned, for sure. People in Japan talk about BC bud. They don't know what it means, but because it comes from here. BC. Yeah, we grow some fucking good weed here, but I gotta get some. What I gotta do is I gotta fucking track down some like BC strains, some British Columbia strains that are like local, that are cold resistant, early flowers, a little more, bred for the outdoor growing community here. Because there's a couple strains. I know my uncle has a strain that's been bred here locally. I don't like it very much, but that's why I never bothered growing it. But it is a local bred strain, and it's from clones of years of generations of continuing the same thing. So it's getting more and more climatized here to the thing, and it flowers on time. But it's just kind of weird plant. I don't know. I've never smoked it, so I can't say. It might be really good. It makes autoflower for colder European climates. Interesting. Yeah. See, I think you're onto something, though. I think that's an interesting line of thought. Something I hadn't really thought about much. Oh, and River. Hello, brother. How you doing? I saw you sneak in. I meant to say something here, but you were going off about something. My buddy lives in a big city, and his pH is 7.9. My pH is rainwater. 7.9 for rainwater? What the fuck? 7.9. That's like fucking acid rain. Jesus. Yeah, so it's more basic the lower it gets, and it's more acidic the higher it gets, or is it the other way around? I forget, man. I know my balances, but I don't remember which direction is which. That's all. Correct me in the comments there. Which way it is? Is it high is acidic or low acidic? I took this course in Victoria. It was a janitor course. It was kind of weird, but they taught us the chemistry of cleaning dirt. For real. They were talking about acids versus bases, and like how certain things need certain things, and that's why like you need certain things that are like solvent based cleaners, and then you need other bases things that like that's why we have different types of cleaners, and there's like and it explains like all the things that, because janitors got all this shit that you could make all sorts of gas bombs, bad melty toxic things by mixing a couple of these janitor things wrong. So you have to take a big course on it. Anyway, it was kind of neat. I got my WMIS ticket and all this shit. We're talking 20 fucking years ago. But yeah, I had this work safe thing, a WMIS ticket, there's a whole CPR level 1 first aid, some hazardous materials
Lower numbers.
thing.
More
It was
acidic.
weird. Lower numbers are more acidic. Okay, weird. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, more or basic or alkaline. Yes. Weird. I wonder why it would cause the rain to be that alkaline then. I was going to say more acid rain, but I'm totally the opposite. More alkaline rain. Weird. Mineral heavy. Yeah, I got a couple of rain barrels, man. I hope we get that house, man. I hope we get that thing. It's so perfect. It's just it's a literal, like, for us, for what we need. It's a small house, but it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It's got a little office. It's got a little workshop. It's got a little backyard and a covered driveway, and it's fucking just it's not big, but it's fucking got exactly what we need, and it's in good shape, and the price is right. But it's just like fucking hell. And then just the other day, I caught my mom fucking. I don't want to get too deep into this because it's gonna get me angry, and I don't want to get angry anymore. But I was between myself and Bunny seeing the mouse moving on the computer, we caught my mom in the middle of getting scammed the other day. She was on the phone with a scammer attaching her bank to a Bitcoin account right there in front of us. And we fucking stopped it. And the guy had full control of my mom's computer. He had fucking that Autodesk shit connected. Like, if you ever watched that scam baiter dude, the pierogi guy on YouTube and stuff, or any of that shit, if you know what I'm talking about, even a little bit, my mom was 100% being victimized of that when we walked in the house. And she was trying to tell us to stay out of her business, out of her banking business. And I knew what was happening, and I said, no. We hung up the phone on the dude, and we stopped it and unplugged her computer. Motherfuckers. Anyway, I need a dab now. That just angered my blood, and I need to bring my pressure down again. Woo! My mom already got scammed. The reason I'm so fucking angry about this is my mom already lost her life savings probably about 10 years ago now. Maybe 8 years ago.
Yeah, I knew that her school.
It's dab time, motherfucking dab time, time to take a fucking dab break.
At the fucking things moving around, clicking on shit behind her automatically, like the things were being opened and stuff while I was talking. And man, he's dumb. He is dumb. I'm serious. If it wasn't for that, we might have let it slip. We might have just thought it was fucking okay, and she would have gotten scammed. We lost everything. But she was literally, she had the Bitcoin website up on her thing, and she was minutes away from connecting it to her bank. That's what she was in the process of doing. God damn. Thank the timing gods for that. You know what's kind of cool? For the first couple of weeks anyway, for the first bit of time, I'm going to beat you at dab time sessions. Number one. I'm sure it'll revert back eventually, or even out or whatever. But Bunny has always had a better tolerance than myself because I smoked cigarettes for 20 fucking years and it did a lot of damage to my lungs. She smoked cigarettes for like half a year, 1 year, whatever, not long. Very casually. And then you got rid of it because it's not for you. Proud of you on that one. That's the best way to go. Because I wish when I first started smoking, I only smoked because it gave me a head rush when I was smoking weed. It made my weed stronger. If I had just discovered concentrates earlier, I probably would have never smoked cigarettes. It's true.
I accidentally tried that, and I didn't really like it because it was in a specific bong that they used for that. And I didn't realize that's what I found.
Caladea says Bunny looks ripped. How you feeling, man?
I feel the body high after that. That's mostly...
The joint's got a fucking... It added a weird sort of tingle. Yeah, I'm feeling that too. That's weird. I don't smoke joints very often, and they affect me in a pretty different way now. Not a bad way. And then you had a dab of that one, didn't you?
Yes.
That's strong. I don't know what the fuck it was. I can't remember what it was. You don't recall either, eh? That was the one shatter. You were just like, oh, I want that because it sounded good. Flavor was.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what it was. Not a clue. I couldn't tell you. I can tell you.
Garbage.
Yeah, I should kind of keep the little packages around just so we know what we're smoking on for a bit, but I mean, we didn't do wrong.
I know, your crunch berry.
Yeah, the crunch berry is the round bottom one. Yeah, that's the round bottom. Yep. And then the the other one was Pink something.
What is the name of the channel that you watch?
That's what I told her. I explained. I had to explain Bitcoins to her pretty heavily, but don't worry. We've had a long talk with her, and I'm in the process of educating her a little bit better, so she doesn't do that kind of shit anymore. And I asked her to double check me if anything sounds suspicious. Like I'll take the time. Don't ever worry. It won't be interrupting my day if she's trying to get me to check on something to see if it's real or not. But people don't call you like that and just offer you shit like that.
No.
And especially if they're trying to get you to connect. I can't believe they got her to download that fucking program and stuff. They just did. They're like, here, go to this website and click this and do that, and fucking did it all, man. And then the worst part is after she was caught, and I told her what it was, and we took the computer into the fucking store and got them to clean it of all the fucking things, and they said, yeah, sure enough, there was this and that on there, and we got them, don't worry. She still believes that he showed me he told me all of his credentials, and he showed me like all this stuff, and I'm like, Mom, it's their job to be convincing. That's how they make money, is they convince old people. They just use your gullibility online and can show you anything they want. You can make a website say anything and then show you a website that says anything they want. So they can make up all sorts of fake shit and then show you online proof of anything. It's crazy. Just don't trust anybody. When that shit's happening like that, just stop. Don't do that stuff anymore at all. Don't do online banking stuff like that. Call me. I'll come down. I'll hang out with you. Make sure it's legit. Something, man, because fucking hell. Scary, scary, scary. Bottom line is, though, her bank will never, ever call her with something like that. You know what I mean? And she just didn't understand. She's like, he was so convincing. Yes, that is the job. See, now this is why I didn't want to bring it up, is I knew as soon as I brought it up, I would have a hard time dropping. It's just heavy on my mind right now. It hit hard. We got her out of it. We changed some fucking security things and stuff, but still, fucking hell. And she's at least smart enough to not keep any of her goddamn passwords on autosave on her computer. She keeps them in a stupid notebook thing and memorizes them and stuff, but doesn't keep them in a fucking autosave on a computer, at least. That would have fucking doomed her. If she had that would have been the end of it. She would have been in trouble already. That's the first place they go, is check the auto-saved passwords and see if their banks are connected with autosave. Yikes. Yes, one. Think. Flop. Where's that? Didn't I have a Yoshi sound? Where did that go? I had one for a while. All I got is... don't have it on there anymore. I have a Yoshi sound somewhere. We need to like put it back on there. He makes these weird little grunts when we're petting him. He grunts like that. It's fucking weird. He loves being pet though. He's a big succubus. Ultimate lap cat. I don't know what we did with him and why he's so sucky and he's so cuddly. It's weird. He's not a normal cat. He is cuddle master Canna. For sure. But that's a good thing. I like it. love it, actually. I wouldn't have it any other way. It makes him an awesome little buddy. Do you ever have some lava freeze? I've never even heard of that. Yeah, yeah. And River, as far as how the plants are doing, man, ask me again next Friday. I don't know yet. This week will tell. We're gonna find out this week if I need to germinate 2 more seeds for the back row, or if those things actually make it. I don't know what they're doing. I've never seen seeds take this long to like just get their little yellow, their first 2 pods open. They're up, but they were like this. You know what I mean? They were up out like this. They come up out of the fucking thing all wrapped up like this, and then they go, and they open up this first little round leaves. They're not fucking open yet. They're kind of like this. And they're a fucking week old, man. I'm scared that they're just not gonna fucking work. See, I planted some other stuff in the front row, but I really wanted the goddamn Oreos to fucking grow.
What is that tiny one?
Oh, the one still out there in your yard there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hash plant. Hash church. I'm gonna call it hash plant. Hash church. Fucking silly little thing. Just didn't grow. It grew about 2 feet and just stopped. Little twig. It looks like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It's fucking sad. It really does.
That is a great way.
That's exactly what it looks like. Here, if you back up a little bit, you can see Canada. You just can't wait. There we go. The widow. Just his cute little ears. I did that the other day by accident. I pet him and I was just like, put his ear completely inside out, and he was like, flappa, instantly, and I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry, buddy. It was a weird thing. Boop. He's the booping cat. Well, coffee is dry, my friends. The coffee is dry. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Well, we got a lot of shit to do today. We got to start packing the yard, man. That's the fucking main thing. They're putting a for sale sign in front of our house, like potentially this week. I asked her very nicely to potentially wait till spring. She could at least wait till the new year to put that dang thing up. Give us a little bit better of a fighting chance, but I don't think she's gonna do it. Anyway, wish us luck, because we fucking need it. Have a good day, everyone. We're gonna go do some yard work and start cleaning up and making piles of garbage, donate, and pack. Yikes. Have a better day than us. How about that? I'm actually having a good day so far. It's all right. It's just stressful. Stressful situation. Anyway, have a good one, everybody. I'll see you soon. Thank you for hanging out. Have a good day.
What a talent, right? Like, and Mr. Wolf. And can you guys like fight it out in some sort of animal battle arena